Hey, how you doing?
Other free events for the community.
Community events.
Yeah. The booster clubs at school.
Booster club at school.
Health fundraisers.
Oh, there she go.
Job
Rosalind, I've had so many leads based off of going to her events.
Yes.
Like she finds the events like where it's healthcare events you just said. And there's one that you have coming, I just saw it.
March the 21st.
March the 20th, and she opens it up to everybody.
So if you want to
Where?
join me, just let me know.
What is it, Fayetteville? Fayetteville.
Yeah.
I went to that one. I went to one.
Yeah.
So healthcare events, these health events, mind, body, and soul type of deals. You want to get into those things. Anybody else have any other thing?
Veteran job fairs.
Veteran job fairs.
Bulletin boards.
Bulletin boards.
Like at the grocery store.
Okay. Bulletin boards.
Laundry bag. Word of mouth.
Bulletin boards.
Yeah.
What is that?
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth. I'm surprised Carl didn't say this one, but I'll take it for you. His 3-foot rule.
Apparel.
Oh yeah, apparel.
Like shirts. And
Yep. 3-foot rule is when you're anybody who's in 3 feet of you, you give them something. Business card, sizzle card, whatever. Right? A brochure. 3-foot rule. You're in the grocery store. Somebody's behind you. Here, would you pass this on if you know anybody we can help? You're getting your nails done. Rosalind is a master at that. She'll be getting her nails done, talking to the woman next to her, getting their information, sharing. Boom, boom, boom.
Drop a card every time you get in a parking lot. Put 10 cards on 10 cards.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Exactly. You got to do it at scale. Get yourself, members like here was talking about those Office Depot discounts we get. 3 cents a copy. You could put 4 to 12, one flyer on one sheet. You just got 4 to 12 flyers for 3 cents. Right? And we have templates and all of that stuff. What's our training site?
MillionairesInTrainingTeam.com.
MillionairesInTrainingTeam.com. And there's templates and all that good stuff on there for your social media.
Can't you use Canva?
Huh?
Can't you use Canva?
What's Canva?
It's a website where you can go make flyers. They have templates and you can just put your information in it.
How do you spell it?
Hold on, I gotta write it down.
Is it free?
CANVA.com. Yeah.
CANV?
VA.com.
Okay, that's a new one. I didn't know about that. And it's free.
It's free. You can make Facebook,
the shape of it, the
the cover photos, or you can make flyers or anything on there.
Canva.com.
on the computer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's really good. That's good. So Canva.com.
Oh, you
Boom.
can
Okay, so Canva.com. Okay. All right, so personal development. Oh, this is one of our sizzle cards. If you're on Facebook, I don't have the website right now.
RJ Marketing.
Oh, RJA Marketing. Thank you. RJA Marketing. So you can I use this on social media, but this is an actual card.
.com, sorry.
Say it again.
RJMarketingInc.com.
Okay. Or Marketing Inc.
RJ or RJA?
RJA. Sorry.
If you Google RJA Marketing, it'll come up. And then you can contact them, email them, or call them and say, hey, I want this. But this works really good. So you order these by like 12,000. Because remember, we do at scale. Right? So if you got an expo coming up here in the city, or what's the fair in the summertime, the state fair, you may want to get 12,000 of these for like $150 and just go through. Not to have fun. One day you go with the family to have fun, but another day you go to that expo, because there'd be millions of people coming to those things. So 12,000 ain't nothing. Right? So you just go and you can order this. This is just an idea. This is my card. Okay? And I also use this on social media. Okay. I'm not sure. Okay. What else? Okay, so now let's go to personal development. Okay. Everybody, does anybody not know what personal development is? Have y'all heard of personal development?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Not really? Okay, so some of us have not.
Today. I brought it up, right?
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so personal development. Personal development starts up here. Okay? That's what it is. Personal development is, it's an opportunity to think different than other broke people you know. Right? Would we agree most people are negative?
Yes.
We agree, right? Most people are negative. Now the other thing is most people are negative and they don't know that they're negative. Right? Because there's an old frog story, right? They say you put a frog into a pot of water on a stove, you turn the heat up a little bit, the frog's going to swim around, right? Same frog, same pot, same stove. Frogs turn up the heat up a little bit more, frog's going to swim around, right? Same frog, same pot on the same stove, frog's going to swim around. You turn it up a little bit more, right? Same frog, same pot on the same stove, turn up the heat now, it's at a boil. The frog's going to swim around. But by the time it realizes that it was too damn hot, it's dead. So I say that to say, we could be, some of us are negative, and we don't know it. He said it. Some of us are negative, and we don't know it. So, personal development. This is what it is. Books. Right? Books are important. And if you don't believe me, go to the 5. I always say, if you don't believe me, just check your environment. Not on some judgmental stuff, but just like, yo, if you know somebody who's broke, like you are friends with somebody who's broke, I ask them like, yo, you read any books? Like, what book are you reading? And if they say no, guess what? You should do the exact opposite.
That's true.
So books, right? And it's the same thing. You go to successful people that you know. Ask them like, yo, what book are you reading? And if they say, oh, I'm reading this book, then you should do what that person. I'm telling you, most of the people, successful people you know, read books.
Yeah.
Most of the unsuccessful people you know don't read books. Now there was an old show Gil Noble used to have, one of my favorite media personalities, right? Gil Noble had a show called Like It Is, right? Like It Is. Now, I'm just giving you guys the cold facts, but this is personal development, right? Personal development. Go check your surroundings, right? Ask. Carl mentioned him earlier, right? Ask your friends, have they ever heard of a guy named Les Brown? Just ask them. Go to and don't tell the people, because then that's being on some. I think that's invading other people's space and disrespecting what they do with their lives. But just on your own privacy, just make a line down a piece of paper and put successful and put unsuccessful, and just start naming names with no judgment. And then ask the people on the unsuccessful side, have you ever heard of somebody called Les Brown? And if they all say no, then guess what? You should get to want to know who Les Brown is. It's really just that simple. What else are we doing? Magazines. Right? Magazines. Again, draw a line down the middle of the paper. Unsuccessful, successful. Unsuccessful people, typically, not always, look like this, but inside, they're like this. See, and the thing is, unsuccessful people will trick you. They're really good. No, I'm serious. And they're good because they're the majority. Right? Successful people are the minority. But unsuccessful people rule the world. Like, we dictate what's going on, right? There was a guest here earlier today. The barrel of cash. She left 5 minutes before the barrel of cash was over. You think I'm going to convince her to stay? Like, no, because she don't get it. Right? But unsuccessful people rule the world. Majority rules. Majority rules, right? Right? Majority rules. Remember okay. So, books, magazines. So there's some magazines that you can get. But there's some books you can get also. Some of the books, we talked about The Second Chance earlier, right? There's another book called Think and Grow Rich. Okay. There's another book that's really good called Your First Year in Network Marketing. There's another great book called Crushing It, which I was just talking about. Gary Vaynerchuk is just coming out with. It's called Crushing It. There's another great book out there called The Richest Man in Babylon. There's another great book out there called, well, you know what? I'm going to be honest. There's a book that Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump wrote together. It's called Why We Want You to Be Rich. And it's actually a really good book. So I would say you should read that too. So there's a listing of some great, and what you do is you go to Barnes & Nobles or you go to Amazon and you figure out, you go to the personal development section. They actually have it, or self-improvement, or self-development it is. And you just go and look at and pick out some books. Magazines, you can do, there's a magazine called Rob Report, right? And there's a magazine called Success Magazine. Alright, so start changing the things. Okay. That is personal development. Personal development is also making sure that you drink water. Right? Make sure you drink water. Make sure you drink water. I know y'all don't like to do it. I know y'all don't like to do it. Y'all rather drink a cup of soda.
I love water.
Sweet tea.
Yeah.
Gotta drink water. Right? Oh, here's another thing, and then we'll move forward with some Q&A. This right here is a profitable tool. That, again, go to your unsuccessful people and ask them, can I see, what type of calendar do you use?
Nah.
Where do you keep your appointments? Right? What appointments you have today? You got any appointments today? Go ask the unsuccessful people that you know. This is basic stuff. No judgment. But just ask them, like, what do you got going on today? They don't know. Another thing, goal setting, right? Go ask your unsuccessful people. What type of goals what are your goals for this month? They got resolutions when the first of the year start, but what goals?
Right.
This is a new month. What goals do you have?
Exactly.
And if your unsuccessful people say they don't have what?
Goals.
They don't have goals, then what? You need to start setting some goals. See, the unsuccessful people, they're very nice people. Loving people. Some of them are family and friends. Some of us. But if we do what they do, we're going to get what they get.
Right.
Right? Like Les Brown says, you buy somebody's opinion, you got to also buy their lifestyle. Some of us are taking advice about finances from some poor people. All right, let's go with a Q&A. Let's take a few questions. And then we're going to do some... all right, yeah, we're good on time. Any questions? What was your question? Yeah.
So to get to the regional sales director, 10 units. So my brother buys the least expensive dental one. That's a unit, right?
There you go.
Okay. Simple question, simple answer.
Yep, boom. Any other questions? Yes.
I'm sorry, I missed the part about the be qualifying for RSD. And I was confused about what that meant.